I chose my 25 lines from Act 3, Scene 1, and I chose the to be or not to be soliloquy because I thought that was the most important soliloquy in the scene and yet alone the whole book. I think that it just exemplifies exactly who Hamlet is and the mental struggle he's going through. So, here we go. To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them? To die, to sleep no more, and by to sleep to say, we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to? 'Tis a consumption devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. There's the rub, for in that sleep of death what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this moral coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. And then Polonius says, Ophelia, come here. Your majesty will hide. Read from this prayer book so it looks natural that you're alone. Come to think of it, this happens all the time. People act devoted to God to mask their bad deeds. And then Claudius says, how right he is! His words whip up my guilty feelings. The whore's pock-marked cheek made pretty with makeup is just like the ugly actions I'm disguising with fine words. What a terrible guilt I feel. And then Polonius says, I hear them coming. Quick, let's hide, my lord.
I chose my 25 lines as a conversation between Hamlet and Ophelia, and I chose this because I think that it's really important because it shows Hamlet's opinion of himself and the other men of the Renaissance era, saying that Ophelia should go to a nunnery so she doesn't have kids and have more sinners in the world. And, okay. Ha ha, are you honest, my lord? Are you fair? What means your lordship? That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty. Can beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty? Ah, truly. For the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a band than the force of honesty can translate beauty into his life. This was something of a paradox, but now the time gives proof. I did love you once. Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so. You should not have believed me, for virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock, but we shall relish to it. I loved you not. I was the more deceived. Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I myself am indifferent, honest, but yet I could accuse me of such things that I were better off my mother had not borne me. I am very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offences at my beck than I have thoughts to put them in, imagination to give them shape, or time to act in them. What should such fellows as I do, crawling between earth and heaven? We errant knaves all. Believe none of us. Go thy way to a nunnery. Where is your father?
I chose my 25 lines from Act 3, Scene 2, when Hamlet was talking to the actors, telling them how to act for the play. It was really important because he was trying to figure out and prove who killed his father, really. Speak the speech, I pray you, as if I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. But if you may mouth it, as many of your players do, I had as life the town, crier spoke my lines. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hand, thus but use all gently for in the very torrent, tempest, and as I may say, whirlwind of passion. You must acquire and begot a temperance that may give it smoothness. Oh, it offends me to the soul to hear a robustious periwig-padded fellow tear a passion of tatters to very rags, to split the ears of the groundlings, who for the most part are capable of nothing but inexplicable dumb shows and noise. I would have such a fellow whipped for overdoing. Termagant. It out Herod's Herod, pray you, avoid it. I warrant your honor. Be not too tame neither, but let your own discretion be tutor. Suit the action to the word to the action, with the special observance that you overstep not the modesty of nature. For anything so overdone is from the purpose of playing, whose end both at the first and now was and is to hold, as 'twere, the mere up to nature, to show virtue, hold her feature, scorn her own image, and the very age and body of the time his form and pressure. Now this overdone or come tardy off, though it may make the unskillful laugh, cannot but make the judicious grieve. The censure of the which one must in your allowance overweigh a whole theatre of authors.
I chose these 25 lines from Act 3, Scene 4 because it's the first time that Hamlet truly stands up for what he believed happened between Claudius and his father, and he gets an argument about it with Gertrude, and also he kills Polonius because he was spying. Hamlet. How now, a rat? Dead for a ducat, dead. And then he stabs Polonius. Polonius. Oh, I am slain. And then Gertrude says, Oh me, what hast thou done? And then this is a conversation between Gertrude and Hamlet. Hamlet. Nay, I know not. Is it the king? Oh, what a rash and bloody deed is this? A bloody deed? Almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother. As kill a king? Ay, lady, 'twas my word. Thou wretched, rash, intruding fool, farewell. I took thee for thy better. Take thy fortune. Thou'st find to be too busy in some danger. Leave wringing of your hands. Peace. Sit you down. And let me wring your heart, for so I shall, if it be made of penetrable stuff. If damned custom have not brassed it so, that it is proof and bulwark against sense. What have I done, and thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me? Such an act, that blurs the grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue hypocrite, takes off the rose from the fair forehead of an innocent love, and sets a blister there, makes marriage vows as false as Dicer's oaths. Oh, such a deed as from the body of contraction plucks the very soul, and sweet religion makes a rhapsody of words. Heaven's face doth glow o'er this solidity and compound mass. With trustful visage as against the doom, is thou sick at the